Hi everyone, I'm Zeynep and we are from the Virtual Landscape Lab at Istanbul Technical University, Turkey. Our paper, titled Interpersonal Interaction in Virtual Landscapes, The Effect of Color, aims to compare colored and monochrome virtual landscapes in order to understand how color influences interpersonal interaction and spatial behavior. Our research focuses on proxemics, or the role of distance in social interaction. We examine whether color affects how participants position themselves in relation to a virtual avatar, and whether it changes the stability of that position over time. In this way, color is considered not only as a visual feature, but also as a perceptual factor in virtual landscape experience. As shown in the experiment procedure at the top of the slide, the research was conducted with 25 participants aged between 20 and 27. The experiment used a Metacast 3 headset in a controlled laboratory setting. The virtual landscape was created in Unreal Engine 5 and presented in two versions, colored and monochrome. As shown on the upper right side of the slide, both versions use the same natural landscape scene. Geometry, lighting, scale, texture, and avatar position were kept constant, and the only changing variable was color. During the trial, participants faced a static avatar and adjusted their distance using a controller according to what felt comfortable. Their headset position was recorded and interpersonal distance was calculated over time. The data were then analyzed using mean distance, standard deviation, slope, and paired comparisons. The lower part of the slide presents the results. Figures 1, 2, and 3 mainly show that average interpersonal distance was very similar in both the colored and monochrome conditions. This means that color did not cause participants to consistently move closer to or farther away from the avatar. However, figures 4, 5, and 6 show a clearer difference in movement stability. In the monochrome condition, participants showed greater variability in how they maintained their distance. Their movement patterns were less stable, while the colored condition supported more consistent and controlled spatial behavior. So the main result is that color did not significantly change preferred interpersonal distance, but it did affect how steadily participants regulated that distance. Based on this, we argue that color functions as a perceptual anchor in virtual landscapes. It supports spatial clarity, behavioral consistency, and more confident self-positioning. These results are important for landscape architecture because the discipline is now expanding beyond physical landscapes into virtual and hybrid spatial landscapes. As landscape architects increasingly use virtual landscape for participatory design, education, and spatial research, understanding how visual conditions shape user behavior becomes essential. This research shows that color is not only a representational element, but also an active design factor that can influence interpersonal distance, spatial stability, and the way users experience interaction in virtual landscapes.